I never thought I'd have the opportunity to skate on a floating skate park.
We took a dream and we're making it a reality.
It's all about originality and doing something different in skateboarding.
It's cool that as a skateboarder I get to travel around and get to experience these kind of places.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I'm never going to have again.
We don't know where it's going to take us. We're up for any adventure that comes our way.
The Twin Cities skateboarding scene is unlike any other, at least from my experience, primarily just because it's such a small geographic area that all the skateboarders get familiar, we all know each other. Benji was someone that when I was younger as a skateboarder kind of looked up to. He'd been making skate videos for a long time, even before I skateboarded.
The core group of friends that I have, I mean, we're skaters, filmers, people are building skate obstacles. Mark, I mean, he's the wizard. He can build anything, fix anything, rig anything.
I think it started with my backyard ramp when I was about 15 or 16. I just wanted to be able to make anything I wanted to skate.
Jamil's a great skateboarder. He's very creative and innovative in the way he skates. He's the hype man. He's a funny dude. He's really been the comedian, and he's a great friend as well. I got to know Darren very well after working on Philly, Minnesota, which was a collaborative project between Benji and Darren.
When Benji and I first started working together, he literally paid me 2 burritos a day. So we've gone from 2 burritos a day at the local burrito joint to this project.
The idea for this project came about a few years back. Jamil and Benji were filming at a skate spot that was alongside the Mississippi River. Benji had finished filming Jamil's run and then actually ended up seeing a barge. And after that, I think the idea just ticked, the light bulb went on, and Benji's idea began.
Someone asked, like, what's the next project? And joking around, I was like, I don't know, put a skate park on a barge and send it down the Mississippi River.
Basically, the river starts as a stream, and then it grows as different rivers come together. It gets more powerful.
The Mississippi River starts up at Lake Itasca in Minnesota. It flows south through 10 states and over 2,300 miles, and it ends in the Gulf of Mexico.
I ran the idea past Red Bull, and honestly, I never really thought the idea would ever happen. I mean, it's a floating skate park down the Mississippi. A few years later, I get a call and they say they want to do the barge project and they want to call it Red Bull Mississippi Grind.
The first challenge was to get the proper barge here. So that had to be bought from Paducah, Kentucky, which is 195 feet long and 35 feet wide, weighs about 600 tons. And the crews came in with the precast park. Then we had to pour cement on it on another day. And essentially, it's been 7.5 days. It looks great to me.
The first time we actually walked around the corner and saw the thing, I was blown away.
When I first saw the barge, I couldn't believe that how long it was. It wasn't just like a little skate park, you know? It's a full skate park, and it's cement. It's not wood. You wouldn't put a cement park on a barge, you know? And especially in Minnesota, we don't have that many cement parks in general. Like, the feelings that I had, I was overwhelmed with joy. I was just like, oh my God, dude, this is so sick. I get to spend the next month on this thing.
Barge Simpson?
Yeah. Decided to christen the barge, SS Barge Simpson.
Ready?
It took Benji a couple strikes, and you think, you know, over the years, you know, filming so much, he would have built up a better strong arm. The first skateboarder to join us was Louis Tolentino out of Queens, New York.
When I first heard about the Rebel Mississippi Grind, I was real excited. To come on something like this is just a totally different experience for me.
He was really here to get to know us, to learn about Minnesota, to kind of experience what we had to offer. Oh boy, this is gonna be great. A lot of people that come to this are from like small town folk, like outside of the city.
Oh yeah?
So you're gonna see some interesting people, you know?
Yo, I'm like in a dream right now. Yo, we can eat whatever we want.
Look at how they make those things.
Deep fried cheese.
They're so healthy, you know?
Nice, man. Thank you. Oh, man. I'm gonna be leaking grease.
You know how to throw a baseball? Come on in.
Yeah, but...
You're from the Dominican. You know make good baseball players to come out of there?
I'm a weird Dominican man.
You're ready. Choice winner. Choice winner right there.
We left the fair and went straight to this bowl. You know, everybody's talking about the Hiawatha Bowl.
A couple years back, some friends and I decided to open up a warehouse space and do a private bowl in there. It's something I had wanted to do for about the last 12 years.
I'm so honored I got to meet Mark because he's such a smart, talented person. And I just heard that he built that ramp without any rulers or anything to measure with. That's pretty amazing. How do you just do that? He could do anything he wants. When I was skating in the ramp, I thought I was gonna be like an outcast or something, but everybody made me feel like I was their homie, you know? I'm not as good as them because I don't really skate transition like that, but I'm hyped that I got to experience that.
Every stop that we make, we want people to come on and skate with us and just enjoy what we get to enjoy.
The event that day at the Twin Cities, it was so fun. They were happy to see me and I was happy to see them, and then the energy was flowing. Everybody was having a good time together.
We wanted the full-fledged experience. We wanted to go down the Mississippi River, I guess you could say, like Huck Finn meets skateboarding. But we had the issue of not being able to sleep on the actual skate park itself. Benji had heard about this one skateboarder named Chad who actually happened to have his own barge and actually ran Living Lands of Waters, which is an organization that assists in river cleanup.
We're going all the way down to St. Louis, and I looked at your schedule, and you're going. I don't know if your team's riding in vans or what, but if we partnered up, you guys just brought mattresses, and we got an upper deck. Like, it'd be sweet, dude.
I would imagine a guy that cleans up the Mississippi River and lives on the river is pretty much down for anything. And then when I found out he skated, I mean, perfect match.
I've been skateboarding since 5th grade and used to ride hills and got me into it, and I'm still doing it now. And being on this is just unbelievable, man. This is great.
It's crazy that I found this piece of wood and I've become a skateboarder because of it. What it's allowed me to do and the places it's taken me, the experiences it's allowed me to have.
I don't have any expectations of it. Dude, you can't. It's brand new. I just want to have an experience that's going to last a lifetime.
I've been through the Amazon River and jungle, but never in my own country experienced this.
You see how it's chilling? Like, can you hug it?
Can I hug her? No.
So when we told Chad that we wanted to experience Mississippi, he said, you gotta come and stay with us on the barge. So we took him up on that offer.
We had 2 living quarters, basically. The new one, I just gave to all the skaters. It was still under construction, but air mattresses, I mean, 1 big open room. Living Lands of Waters and the Red Bull Mississippi Grind literally tied their barges up, skating on down the river.
I've been on a lot of road trips. I've been all over the U.S. I've never been on a road trip like this. On the river the whole way, living on a boat, and we got a skate park with us. Never, ever thought this would happen.
We used to find spots like near the Mississippi, you know, they'd be on the banks. They would be sidewalks or, you know, just like little sidewalk bumps, but it was never actually on the Mississippi. Like right now, we're in the middle of the Mississippi. There's water everywhere around us.
Having Kenny on the trip was awesome. I grew up seeing him in all these skate videos, and I'm a huge fan of him, but having him part of the project was like amazing.
I've never been down the Mississippi. I've been through the Amazon River and jungle, but never in my own country experienced this.
I'm from Los Angeles. To come out here and cruise down a river is definitely a different scene that I'm used to. I'm used to like cities, so this is unique.
What I'm looking forward to the most out of this whole voyage is having the opportunity to make stops along the way and learn about the different cultures and primarily the skate scenes and being able to skate in places that I never have before.
As we're going through the Mississippi, it's like, I know that I'll never probably see this part again, you know? So it's good to really take everything and embrace what we're doing.
Living on Chad's barge was a wild experience. We have a skate park, we have a trash barge, and we have living quarters. You can wake up, throw on your life jacket, go grab some breakfast, go onto the barge, shred around.
Floating down this river, I could see why Chad and his crew want to make sure that this never dies, because there's so much this river has to offer.
A lot of people call the Mississippi River different names, you know, Old Man River, Big Muddy. I would call it my front yard. You know, I grew up fishing, swimming, boating. My first job was shell diving. I worked on a towboat, and I would see thousands of barrels, thousands of tires, like everything that shouldn't be in there, and got sick of it and wanted to do something about it. You know, with 18 million people getting their daily drinking water from it, I knew I couldn't be the only person that didn't like seeing it like that. So I started calling the state, county government, everybody, and it actually took me 4 years and about 200 no's from people to actually get one yes. And I got one sponsorship in 1997, and then I founded Living Lands of Waters, and here we are. Our primary goal, Living Lands of Waters, is cleaning up the Mississippi River or its tributaries.
I feel really fortunate to be able to meet Chad. He's one of those people that you just can't imagine getting mad at because he's like constantly helping everything and everyone around him. A quality human.
In the Twin Cities, I ended up meeting a guy, his name's Gabe. Him and his friends and his brother came and they just barged it.
I was trying to decide, I can go to work, in which I had to start baking because I bake an artisan bread, and I would have had to start at 6 in the morning. All right, let's go. I'll just roll with it,
Jamil cooked it up for us, and, I had to take it because it's probably never going to happen again. So, I had to.
They're raw skateboarders. They didn't know what they were getting into. They just came just to be around and skate.
You just feel so fortunate to be able to do something like that. And it was definitely worth not going to work for it, I'll tell you that.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for stopping down in Wabasha, Minnesota. Angel here is a 12-year-old adult female bald eagle. She has a nice 6.5 to 7 foot wingspan there. This bird is made to fly and soar and kill with those feet.
To me, the most interesting thing about the bald eagle was how strong their talons were, because one of his talons can produce 400 pounds of force to crush something, to eat it.
If she really wanted to, she would have no problem breaking my arm in two right now.
And the eagle saw another eagle, they're kind of territorial. So there's like this weird screeching noise.
There you go. That's an eagle right there. Right out there.
Who gives this bird a problem?
Who gives this bird a problem out there?
Yeah.
Not really anyone.
Really?
This is a bird that is on the top of their food chain. This is an apex predator.
You see how it's chilling? Like, can you hug it?
Can I hug her? No.
We stopped at Lake Pepin, which is the birthplace of water skiing. None of us ski, so we all tried wakeboarding. Josh Tranby, he came out and showed us how it's done. Did some backflips, front flips, a lot of flips. Really good. After I saw that, I was like, I gotta do it.
These dudes have awesome balance, but they like completely struggled trying to like even get up wakeboarding.
I ate it a bunch. Pretty much an atomic wedgie without anybody like actually lifting it over my head. I'd love to try wakeboarding again. When I get the chance, I'm definitely gonna do it. I'm jumping a wake too.
I think it took Lewis 20 or 30 tries to like actually get up on the wakeboard.
Dude, he's super persistent.
I was really pushing myself. I was like, yo, I gotta get this. Yes! Hey. One of the best trips ever. Hyped. It's gonna be hard to leave for me because, yeah, this is once-in-a-lifetime thing, being on a skate park with your friends. I feel like I got a recharge coming on this trip.
I got a phone call that there were some pro skaters coming down the Mississippi. They wanted to experience life in the Midwest.
There was a point where it got so brutal.
Our second stop at the Red Bull Mississippi Grind was in the Quad Cities, specifically in Davenport, Iowa.
Growing up skateboarding, we used to take road trips to Davenport because they had like one of the first indoor skate parks in the Midwest.
We met up on the trip in Davenport, Iowa, right as the barge was getting in. I brought Ray Maldonado. I skate with him a lot when I'm back home in LA. We skated the barge for a while, and then we ended up going to the local park.
A few months back, the skate park was completely flooded.
The Mississippi River is definitely prone to flooding. When the river floods, it's not like one city's affected. We're talking countless cities are affected. We're talking homes, we're talking sports arenas, skateboard parks, buildings, businesses, people's lives. The government's done a lot to try to prevent flooding, but sometimes it's nothing you can do. It's gonna keep coming.
It just rained that night, so everything was wet.
We're here at the park. They're torching up the ground to dry it up, and I think all of us are blown away by the turnout and the kids' level of skating.
I was really surprised that the Quad Cities area has a really good skate scene.
And kill the MC and keep your evil eye on anyone who doesn't look like me. Cook might be spitting on your burger, but the way he got it tasted got you screaming bloody murder. Tip the silver, but the change don't trickle down. Don't even matter, can't buy this with a nickel now. Call me jaded, but I hate the way the shoe fits. Don't give a f about no one I don't get loose with. Lit fuse partner, keep a microphone inside my locker. Stop the presses. It's going down like this. New York streets.
The locals in the Quad Cities were ripping.
One of our goals for this whole journey was to experience things we had never done before associated with river life. And we were leaving the Quad Cities and we heard about Farmer Danny.
I got a phone call about 2 months ago that there were some pro skaters coming down the Mississippi on a barge, and they wanted to experience life in the Midwest. Pace of life here would be as fast or slow as you want to be.
Have fun.
First time on a dirt bike. The only thing that I wanted to do was jump a dirt bike. That was my main goal for the entire day.
We're at Farmer Danny's on the racetrack.
I did accomplish the jump. I got some air. Not as much as I wanted to, but I did get a little bit. I looked over, like Farmer Danny was jumping the quad, just woo.
My name is Jim Dosh, and I'm from here in Iowa, Cedar Rapids. Originally got into skateboarding in 1987. Moved down here in the summer of '98. I was just helping out on this farm, and we were milking cows. So my plan wasn't to skate. It just worked out that way eventually because they had a lot of open space in the barn here.
I knew he liked to skate, and I knew that he had a skate ramp that he built in his backyard. He wanted to move that ramp down here, and I said, well, let's go upstairs in the barn. And we walked upstairs, and he looked around, and I could just tell he had a big idea.
The initial ramp took about a whole summer.
It's impressive to see somebody take that much initiative to just build something that's kind of pretty out there. There's probably not a whole lot of people that come out to skate that often.
I see a lot of similarities in Mark and I. We share the same passion for building skate ramps. Seeing the skaters come here today was a dream come true, to see people really ride these ramps and skating as well as they do.
Father, we thank you for this beautiful day, this beautiful weather, and all these beautiful people that have came here to enjoy this farm with us. We thank you now for this food. We pray that you would bless it to its use. Amen.
Very end of the day, Wizard came up with an idea to, well, build a hip on the side of a bonfire.
They had a hydraulic farm trunk there. Lesky tilted the back up, created a drop in, set a bunch of wood up, and then built a ramp.
Everyone was just rapid fire hitting it, and there was a point where it got so brutal.
We should have taken at least a week to hang out there, and it was pretty incredible.
It was really cool to float down the river and stop at some of these landmark cities, cities that have a great history to them.
The level of creativity in that place is insane.
When all the fish started jumping, everybody started going wild, you know, like, oh my God, oh my God. I never thought I'd have the opportunity to skate on a floating skate park and then look up and see the St. Louis Arch right above us.
Considering that you would never get that angle, but being on a barge, we got some pretty sweet shots.
I had seen like a small mock-up for the barge, so I was kind of hyped to just see what it actually looked like. I thought it was sick, like it was all put together nicely and it was easy to skate.
The city of St. Louis was kind enough to allow us to park our barge right there and host this amazing weekend event. Chad invited us to do something I never thought I'd ever do on the Mississippi River, to battle some Asian carp.
They jump out of the water when the engine's running. So we got a hockey mask, a shield, and then we found a little piece of wood, pretty much a spear. We're ready for battle.
These fish that jump out of the water, it's a defense mechanism. The jumping carp, they got in the rivers 20 years ago, and now they're 80% of the biomass, meaning 80% of all fish in the river are those Asian carp. They've just taken over. They will fly out of the water and they can't hit you. And they'll hit you right in the head square. That mask, that's a great idea.
So when all the fish started jumping, everybody started going wild, you know, like, oh my God, like, you know, they're coming into the boat, they're flying over the boat. This was the wildest experience. Finally got one.
We met up with the locals that actually were involved in building the Kings Highway Park, and they took us down there at nighttime. I'd only seen photos of it before in magazines, and it was really cool. You can tell that they put in so much work into making that their own.
Basically, these guys decided to take this empty spot that's used for nothing and lay some concrete. It's good transitions and good street areas, and basically create their own skate park. I'm gonna go home tomorrow to my family, go on another tour, but tonight's gonna be, you know, it's actually kind of cool that all the locals are here and the energy is super high, and it's gonna be an awesome blast session. So.
Skating everywhere is so ridiculous these days. You'll be surprised to find like kids that are ripping in the middle of Midwest.
We had heard that Chad was putting on a river cleanup for Living Lands and Waters, his organization, and we of course wanted to get out there and help him.
Just want to thank all of you guys for continually coming out. Red Bull, Team Red Bull, is there any skaters out there? We hooked up with them on the skateboard barge in St. Paul and rode with them down. It was just fantastic. You guys from all over the country. Every year we do this big cleanup in St. Louis, and it was great for the skaters to be able to come and help out. It was really cool. Or you're cruising down in a boat or whatever, you're looking at it. It looks pristine, it's beautiful, but in a lot of places, it's completely trashed.
Growing up on the river as a kid, seeing all the trash on the side of the river is kind of just normal. Like, people just didn't do anything about it.
Styrofoam. Mostly styrofoam. Bits and pieces of styrofoam is what I'm finding the most of.
I found a bicycle seat, insole for a shoe, a bunch of water bottles.
I found 3 tires over there.
Came across a jacuzzi, a fridge. I mean, large objects.
I can't imagine what the Mississippi would be like without Living Lands and Waters. What they do is really, really important to, you know, the river continuing to even have life in it.
So the Red Bull Mississippi Grind, unfortunately, is heading south, and I'm heading north. I gotta go up a different river, so it's kind of a sad deal. I'm gonna miss those guys.
He showed us the Mississippi River. He's a genuine person, very kind individual, very accommodating of us, and he's doing a great thing for the Mississippi River.
We went to the City Museum in St. Louis, adults playground.
The level of creativity in that place is insane. You either feel like a 12-year-old when you're inside that place, or you're blowing it as a human being.
7 stories of this. They got probably about 4 or 5 different slides in the entire building. One is a spiral slide that goes 7 floors all the way down. There's a chute that shoots you down. You have to go up to the 3rd floor and take it down.
I have no idea what was going through that guy's head, but it's amazing what he's built, and I hope that place will be there forever.
We were able to take New Orleans experience and then take skateboarding and combine them into one.
Couldn't even imagine a better way of ending the trip by donating the skate park to New Orleans.
Our final stop of the Red Bull Mississippi Grind was New Orleans, Louisiana.
It's rad coming from New York. Never thought I'd be out here on a barge, floating around in the water, skating a really good skate park. Pretty crazy going to do a trick you tried a few times before, and then there's a huge bridge right in front of you that you didn't even see the time before. You're on the river, and there's different stuff passing you by, big, huge boats going. It's pretty amazing.
Some skate scenes you'll walk in and the people there will immediately vibe you out. The skaters won't say what's up to you. The skate scene here in New Orleans, Louisiana, it's not like that at all. The local skate scene welcomed us right in. The dudes from Humidity Skate Shop and Preservation Skateboards took us out. We went to a backyard ramp jam.
Bunch of people hanging out. Locals were really, really impressive skaters. Jamil and the Wizard dropped in and rolled around in the ramp a little.
When I think of New Orleans, I think of jazz bands, I think of food, I think of dancing, I think of street activities, you know? They all tie into skateboarding, because skateboarding is also a street activity.
The more time that we actually spent in New Orleans, just talking to the locals, we realized that there actually aren't that many places to skate, and they don't really have any skate parks right now.
Growing up in New Orleans, like, you gotta get big wheels to get through the rough ground, like big cracks, potholes. You gotta know how to ollie, definitely, to get around. There's really no definite spot that you can go to and skate, really. You get kicked out of, like, everywhere.
I think the biggest challenges that skateboarders now would face would be organized locations where people can go and kind of create this, like, unified culture. New Orleans is a rough place, and people growing up here who have kind of a rough path laid out in front of them, if they had an alternative that was more easily accessible, if they had that surrounding them, they would, I think, be able to go on and do positive things instead of going maybe down paths that aren't the best paths to go down.
Man, for the next 25 minutes, man, we're gonna do a hook fence jam right on the end of this humble ledge, this double set, and the handrail. Oh, little man's a fast here. Oh, fast team, and double set.
We were were able to take the actual New Orleans experience and then take skateboarding and combine them into one. It was an amazing weekend.
A couple years ago, when we first had this idea, we thought that in the end we would give it in the park to a town in the south that didn't have a park yet.
Red Bull and the city teamed up to actually have this concrete skate park donated to the city.
Couldn't even imagine a better way of ending the trip by donating the skate park to New Orleans.
Currently in New Orleans, we do not have a location for the kids to skate, so they'll find a place to skate. And right now, the places that they're finding are the streets, public property, and now we'll have a place where they can go, and that's the skate park.
Just like not being on the street and like getting arrested and stuff like that, but being in a skate park in a safe facility, so then they can just rip all day and night and learn new tricks like every day consistently.
I mean, compared to skating street for 11 years, no skate parks, no training, this is like heaven, dude. Yeah. It's exactly what we wanted forever.
Better late than never, right?
Exactly, dude.
Always. The skate park traveled the Mississippi from the start to the end. How many other skate parks that you've been to have a story like that behind them? This whole trip started out as just a skate trip, and the memories that I'll have for the rest of my life from this trip aren't even of skateboarding. It's just the random things that we did along the way.
Skateboarding exists in every single place, and automatically, if you're a skateboarder, you're gonna have that commonality with another skateboarder.
This whole trip wouldn't have gone as smooth as it did if we did not have Chad and his group, the Living Lands and Waters, with us. They were down for what we were doing, and we were down for what they were doing, and together we just mixed right in.
Gabe, Seth, and Brad showed up. They just kept lingering and just kept going along for the ride.
Gabe and Brad almost lost their jobs. Seth missed out on like over a week of school. You know, he's only 17.
And that's pretty much what skateboarding is. Whatever money you have, whatever vehicle that you have, you just make it happen.
It's amazing that skateboarding has become so accepted within the view of the general public that we can actually, come up with an idea like this, make it a reality, and actually use it to make a place better.
It's an experience that's once in a lifetime, and Red Bull was the reason that this project was able to happen.
So whether it's thinking of building a skate park on a barge and floating it down the river, or an idea of just starting to clean up the river that you're near, just go start something.